Hello. I believe everyone wants to be great, including you, including me. But what makes a person really great? Is it money, position, title, or power? Let's explore this a little. This is Seeking God's Heart. Please subscribe to my channel now by clicking the red subscribe button below. One day, Jesus was speaking to a very large crowd about the basic principles of the kingdom of God. Out of nowhere, a young man interrupted him and shouted, "Jesus, please order my brother to share the inheritance with me." Jesus was shocked at the interruption. So he turned to him and said, "Please, who made me your judge?" And then, as the greater teacher that he is, he turned to the crowd and he turned the situation into a sermon and said, "Beware of greed, because a man's life does not consist of the abundance of his possessions." Then he went on to tell a story of a very rich farmer. One day the farmer was going through his records and was excited to see how much he actually had. So he said to himself, "My crops are so plenty. I have so much. I will pull down my barns and I will build bigger ones and I will store my crops." Really, I don't think that was so bad. But then listen to what he told himself next. He said, "You have many goods laid up for so many years. Relax, eat, drink, and be merry. Be happy with yourself." God heard him and God replied with just one sentence. He said, "Tonight, I'm taking your soul." Jesus turned to the man in the crowd with a warning. That's what happens when a person accumulates a lot of riches, but is not rich towards God. At this point, it makes sense for us to ask ourselves a question. If Jesus said a man's life does not consist in the abundance of his possessions, then what really makes a man great? Too often, we ascribe greatness to a person who has money, like somebody who drives a Porsche, who has a home in Banana Island, who carries a Louis Vuitton bag, or who wears a Rolex. But in reality, none of those things make a person great. Do you know that the reason we buy and wear those things may be because it's a status symbol? The effect is that people will see and know that we have money or that we're brand conscious, and then because of that, they treat us differently. For example, the purpose of a watch is to tell time. But a designer watch, in addition to telling time, will also tell someone who sees Mr. A wearing it that Mr. A is rich, he has class, and he has much more money where that came from. And then one day, Mr. A dies. Have you noticed that at burials, no one talks about riches? They focus on the person and what that person has done. Even history rarely talks about riches and possession. It focuses on the people who make history are the people who made an impact while they were alive. And the fact is that when a person dies, some of those treasures we keep on piling up, they go to other people. Sometimes even people that despised us when they were alive. Some monies are hidden away from families and friends and lost forever, and they become equity for the bank that holds them. Very sad. Some of those things we love to flash are really vanity. Vanity is anything that does not have eternal value, that cannot cross over into eternity with us. Vanity is anything you will not be remembered for, or you cannot brag about when you stand before God in judgment. Solomon in the Bible is probably the richest man who ever lived. But the end of his life, do you know what he said? He said, "Vanity upon vanity. All is vanity." So what makes a person great? Real greatness is getting to the top and then throwing down the ladder to help other people up. It's about knowing that God is the one who gives us power to get wealth, and understanding that we're just stewards for his wealth. It's about allowing God to lead us as we make investment decisions not just in business, but also investing in people. It has nothing to do with us impressing other people. It's about integrity, values, and having an impact in the lives of others. That is true greatness. Keep seeking God's heart, and may God bless you as you allow Him to make you great in the way that He would really appreciate. Have a blessed day.